Stomach massage round, an introductory exercise. There are 10 repetitions. The goal of the exercise is to strengthen the abdominals and pressing the carriage out from the powerhouse. Massages the internal organs, opens the lower back while maintaining a lifted C curve. Equipment setup is the foot bar will come up into the top position. 3 to 4 springs on. Placing the sticky mat about 1 hand's distance from the front edge. Here we go, a little closer. The handles are resting on the post. To set up the body, she'll simply come and sit with her sits bones onto the sticky mat, bringing her feet around to the foot bar. Now the foot bar can be lifted in high position or lowered depending on the stiffness of the hips and the back. Her eyes are into the springs, not into her chest, not buried, but in line with the spine. She's lifted up. Her knees are in line with her shoulders, and her heels are lifted as well, as high as they possibly can go. Looking into that. On initiation, she initiates by deeply scooping her abdominals, keeping the lift of the C curve and the heel to seat connection as she presses through the carriage. The gross movement pattern is to simply press the carriage out. Hold it out there. Lower the heels, maintaining a lifted C curve. Lift the heels and bring the carriage home, closing the carriage all the way. The precision points are to keep the knees the width of the shoulders with the heels lifted as high as possible. Lifting up through the crown of the head, eyes peering into the springs. And activating from the critical connections of that heel to seat. Common errors is to press out and just let the knees go, right? Hyperextending through the heels, lifting, lowering, and lifting, coming all the way up, coming in. Letting the spine dump in behind the sits bones too far and not staying lifted. Really holding on to the carriage for life instead of pressing firmly, but keeping the collarbones relaxed and open, not gripping, especially through the neck. Real-time execution, knee stretch, stomach massage round. Press it out, hold out there, lower the heels, lift and bring it in. And press out, hold, lower through that powerhouse, lift through the seat and in and go. Out, down, up and in. Lengthen, lower, lift and bring it home. Out to lower, lift, and in. Pressing through that, and in. Working the springs like you work your breath. In, and exhale. Pulling the knees towards the ears. Last 2. Last 1. And we bring it all the way in. Spotting for this exercise would be a supportive touch or a guiding touch, and starting at the base, pulling in and really pulling them into position, even through the crown of the head. And then also a guiding and supportive touch, if they're leaning in too much, having them press their head back into your hand to get that length. Doesn't that feel good? And help support them in that with that touch and lifting out of the pelvis. Signs of readiness for the exercise is the ability to maintain a lifted C curve. The building blocks would be to either sit a little further back to access the bar better through the legs being on, right? All right. Also, I could lower the foot bar down, bringing the body back forward for the tightness in the hips and in the low back. Another good modification or building block would be adding the short box in front of the spine. I'm going to move you a little forward there. And giving them a reference point, right, of what to lift up against, with the knees staying in line with the shoulders and lifted. And as she presses out, she tries to stay away from the box, quiet box, and brings it all the way in. Transition to round to hands back. Simply press out. Lower the heels, lift the heels, 1 rep, bring it in. She takes 1 hand, dives between the legs to remove 1 spring. And from that rounded position, lifts the spine up to bring her hands back, either the palms facing each other or with the fingertips long to the back. The elbows are soft. She's really reaching through the crown of the head. Knees staying in line with the shoulders, with the heels lifted and engaged, coming through.